You know, you can help me out, buddy. All you gotta do is just look at this guy. Nope, I'm not gonna look at you. I'm gonna sit right here and block your path. Nope. Look at this. I am literally like 18 inches from this guy. And he's not even acknowledging my presence. You just gotta turn the wheel, buddy, and just move a little bit out of the way. So I don't get crushed. Well, I'm gonna hit your mirror. What a dick. So I'm in the elevator coming down from my office. This guy comes in on one of the floors, sizes me up and down, sees the helmet in my hand, and he says, "Be careful. See this scar on my forehead? It's from riding, and I gave a speech in college about trying to motivate people to stop riding." And it's like, thanks, dude, for the sage advice. Thank you. Because my plan was to get on my bike and ride 150 miles per hour into a brick wall. And now that you have said, be careful, you've changed my mind. Ugh. That shit drives me crazy. Anyway, keep your opinions to yourself. After all that talk of revamping my channel and putting videos out more often, what do? I skipped 2 weeks. Yeah, I was up in Tahoe doing some skiing. Good times. But I'm back again. Let's see, a couple of announcements. First and foremost, most of you are probably aware by now, at least those of you in California or Southern California, SCMM SoCal Motovlogger Meetup number 2 has officially been announced. And details are all on Mr. Suburban Delinquent's website. July 30th this year rather than August 1st, because that was a Saturday. We're doing it a couple hours later than last year, so rather than it being 110 degrees for the ride out, it will now be only 107. So, cool and brisk. You know what's something funny? All this time I've been like craning my neck, reaching over, looking in my mirror to see if my light's been on. And then I realized, I looked out one day and the reflection on my own cell phone, which I barely even have to move for, I can see it right there. I've been doing it the hard way for a long time. Woo! Let's see, what else? I have a couple of road trips coming up. Firstly, I'm doing one in late May, and I'll be borrowing Big Bird's, aka my father's, FJR 1300, because I'm going to have somebody on the back, and a long-term road trip on this thing wouldn't be very good for a pillion rider. So Big Bird was nice enough to let me use the FJR 1300. It's going to be a multi-day trip all through California. I'll be making a multi-part series out of that. And I'll have somebody on the back, which perhaps I'll hook up a little intercom with. We'll see. We'll see. And then, again, I'm doing another trip on this bike with Big Bird and Big Bird's brother, my uncle. I'm going to have to think of a clever name for him. Don't have one yet. In June. But, yeah, SCMM. Really excited about that. Yeah, last year was a big success. I was frankly really worried last year. I thought with all those people crammed into a little hotel that the police were surely going to show up, and not only did they not, everybody was really cool. So this year should be even better. I'm guessing it's going to be significantly larger this year. I think we have some guests coming from out of state that are big, that were not in attendance last year. I know of a couple of them that I won't say yet. What else? Yeah, it should be a pretty good time. So try to make it. A few of you last year that should have made it didn't. So really try to go out of your way to make it. It really was actually pretty special. And I am very much looking forward to it. So July 30th, mark your calendars. Sweet R8. I love that car. The Audi R8 is definitely one of my oh, come on. One of my bucket list cars, assuming that I have that kind of money, which I don't. Right, so on to the topic at hand. I've been meaning to actually discuss this for a while, but keep forgetting about it, but today I will. I was riding down the freeway a couple weeks ago, splitting on the carpool lane, as we do, and see in my rearview mirror a white fairing behind me, and a guy with a white helmet and a green jacket, and the whole basically I'm a police cop thing going on. And he's coming up behind me. So I move out of the way and slow down, as you do when a cop's coming. And then he goes right by me, and lo and behold, it's just some dumbass dressed as a cop, a CHP officer, and it goes by, and it's just a guy dressed up impersonating a cop. There's quite a few of these guys in California. I don't know if that happens in other states, but you see it on a fairly regular basis here, and I wanted to get you all's opinion on this sort of thing. I'm all for freedom of expression and whatever, and you can dress however you want. But when you're doing that, you're deliberately looking like a cop, and it's doing it on purpose. Now, I understand from their viewpoint, if they probably, the guys that do this, probably think that it's safer because people see them and think they're a cop and move out of the way and slow down, and they probably in their head think that it's actually helping them from a safety standpoint. Probably no studies on that. Don't know if that's true or not. But I'm sure that's probably what they are thinking. That's probably part of it. The other part of it is probably that some of them are just weirdos and wanted to be cops and couldn't be cops because they're registered sex offenders. I don't know. I'm guessing there's a piece of that they just think it's cool to look like a cop, which is very strange. But again, it doesn't bother me if you want to dress up like a unicorn and ride around. I don't care. But the question is, does it affect the safety of other people? Because people freak out when they see cops, even if they're doing nothing wrong. Cars and bikes, they slow down, move out of the way, even if they're just doing the speed limit. It's just sort of an instinctual reaction, just to, oh my God, it's a cop, oh, I gotta slow down, I gotta move. And that could potentially cause problems and accidents from people just seeing you, even though it's not, I guess, directly your fault. So it raises mixed emotions for me on whether that should be allowed or not. I mean, most people say, hey, as long as you're not carrying a shotgun on the back of the bike and a taser and any sort of firearm, then you can look like a cop. As long as you're not pulling people over and abducting them back to your mom's basement and doing whatever it is you do, then, you're not doing anything wrong. And I guess I can't really argue that. But I can argue that if it affects other people, and, if a car swerves out of the way to move for this fake cop impersonator and then ends up inadvertently hitting me, well, I don't know. Should it be allowed? So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should it be allowed? Look at these fake lips. Look at this. Oh, kiss me, kiss me.